What's going on YouTube? Ben here, and as promised, we have the full and complete build inside the NZXT S340 PC gaming case. As you can hopefully see, I know it's a little bit tight, we'll get closer up in a minute. It offers an easy build, everything looks real clean, and it's a great experience building in this case. If you haven't yet, I do actually highly recommend this case, as I actually did purchase this one for this specific build. It wasn't sent in for review or anything. I purchased this based on having previously seen the case before. If you have any questions about any of the hardware or anything, please, down in the comments, feel free to ask. I'm always more happy to help out and answer things. But yeah, back into this. As you can see here, we've got the Gigabyte GTX 970, which I'll be reviewing as well. There's a Crucial BX 250 gigabyte SSD down here, which of course I like, because if you had two of them down there, you can show them off right in the bottom. We of course have the little cutout here for the GPU cables to come up, better cable management. Routing cables in this thing is so easy. I'm not going to show you the back because they're pretty much all tucked under and stuffed in here where they belong. But as you can see, it does leave a good look on the front. Its cable management's alright. Obviously you can do a bit better, but we'll go ahead and take this off. Take that off. We'll have a bit closer look inside. As you see, you got the nice heat sink up here. The Pro Limitech one. Nice shiny, gives it off nice. When you get the case itself, when you first buy it, it comes with two NZXT 120 fans. They're both in the exhaust positions, but I had a couple of blue fans with, well, a couple of Cooltek fans with blue LEDs lying around, so I threw them in the back, as you'll be able to better see the LEDs through there. Put the NZXT ones up front. 4 fans in this case is all you really need. Like, there's really not any proper room for any more, though I'm sure you could work it out if you wanted to, but I mean, I can feel the air coming out the back here. Like, even just sitting here, I can feel it on my face. Like, it's pushing out. You can feel it coming out the top. There's no problem with airflow in here. As you can see, plenty of room for graphics card. I mean, there's still a good few inches in there for a longer graphics card. Like I said, this is already a Gigabyte WindForce 3X GTX 970. It's got the 3 cooling fans on there. It's quite a long card. Obviously it's not the longest out there, but I mean, it's not like it's a short one either, so there's plenty of room, space here for whatever you want. I mean, you could even, depending on your individual needs, this blue bar here that hides some of the cables coming from the back is also removable, or you could maybe mount a res to it or something, get some water cooling action going up in here. There's obviously not a lot of room for radiators, but you can fit a 240 and a couple 120s or something in there if you wanted to. Have yourself a nice little build. Even with this big heat sink from Pro Limitech here, the door still fits on, though it's pushing it close, but as you can see, there's still a nice bit of room between the heat sink in the top and the heat sink in the back. Just enough to get your hand in. Obviously it'll be hard if you had to plug stuff in there, so you'll definitely want to keep that in mind when building in this. You may want to put your heatsink on last, depending on how it is, because it is a bit of a hard time trying to plug in like the power cables and stuff. But again, as you get up, the bottom mounted SSDs, I love those. Behind them are a couple of cutouts for passing cables through to the motherboard and whatnot, so it leaves you, that's a nice clean looking build. Like I said, there is a 2 terabyte 3.5 inch hard drive just behind this here. I can actually kind of see it through here. But yeah, all in all, it's a great experience. Building in this thing is a joy. There's not going to be too many easier cases to build in that will leave you this level of cable management. I mean, your cables are not going to look this good normally if the case is that easy to build in. Now obviously it'd be easier to build in just a box and throw all the cables everywhere, but we don't want that. We want things to look nice, and while I'm not the best at cable management, I think I did a fairly good job. Obviously I could tuck a few things out the way, but still breaking it in. So, but yeah, definitely recommend it. It's a great case. As you can see, there's not much more else to say, is there? I mean, it's just great. I had a fantastic time building it. Leave things looking good. You know, I've got the BitFenix Alchemy LED strip up in here to add a bit of light to it, so you can go ahead and see us. See if we can let's turn this light off here a bit. Yeah, hopefully you can see it a little bit. Obviously I know it's probably not the brightest in the video, but it's decent. It lights up nice. You can see things. So if we go ahead and get both these lights back on now so you can have a proper look in there. But yeah, like I said, there's plenty enough room. One of the things to mention that I would watch, depending on what you plan on doing, if you're going for Tri-SLI 3 graphics cards, you may want to kind of watch yourself. While on this motherboard, this is just a normal PCI slot here. If you did have a PCI Express for a graphics card here, it's not really going to fit a dual bay graphics card slot in that, well, graphics card in that slot. It's not really designed to the case. Obviously you can fit 2 in here, no problem. But again, that'll come down to the individual motherboard that you are using and where the PCI expansion slots are. So that's just something to keep in mind. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Make sure to go on, check out the written review. Link will be down in the description. Like, comment, subscribe. And as always, thank you guys for watching.